President-elect Donald Trump is back in the United States after a brief trip to France this weekend. While there, he met with French President Emmanuel Macron and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and celebrated the reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. In an interview over the weekend, Trump shared his thoughts on the January 6th committee's investigation into him and the insurrection. Listen to this.
Cheney was behind it, and so was Benny Thompson and everybody on that committee. For what they did, honestly, they should go to jail.
In response, former Congresswoman Liz Cheney described his remarks as, quote, a continuation of his assault on the rule of law. Trump also shared his plans to pardon those who rioted at the Capitol on January 6th.
I'm going to look at everything. We're going to look at individual cases,
Okay.
But I'm going to be acting very quickly.
Within your first 100 days, first day?
First day.
Attorney and CBS News political reporter Katrina Kaufman is in Paris this morning following all of these threads for us. So many interesting things out of this interview, Katrina. What reasoning has Trump given for his plans to pardon January 6 rioters?
Errol, what Trump says is that these defendants have been wrongly prosecuted. He calls the system corrupt, and he says that he too has experienced its corruption. So as we just heard, he says that day one of his presidency, he is going to look at these cases on a case-by-case basis, and we're going to see widespread pardons of these January 6 defendants. And this will set quite a precedent, Errol, that you can try to interfere with the peaceful transfer of power of the U.S. government and use force or violence and potentially not see consequences in the United States.
He also said he wants to end birthright citizenship. There are questions as to if that's even constitutionally possible, but he can increase tariffs. He doubled down on that pledge in this interview as well. What did he say there? Well,
one thing he said that I think is notable is when he was pressed about his plans with tariffs during the Meet the Press interview, he said that he cannot guarantee that it won't end up costing Americans more. But what he says is if you look back at his first presidency, he had put tariffs on these countries. He gave the example of China, and he says that the American economy was doing great, that there was no inflation. The other week, we saw him threaten to put tariffs, 25% tariffs on Mexico and on Canadian goods. And he also pointed to the fact that immediately it brought those leaders to the table. Within about a day, he was on the phone with the president of Mexico. By the end of the week, the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, had flown to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Trump. So we also see how he's using this as a bargaining chip to bring world leaders to the table with him.
Kaufman, great to have your insight joining us from Paris this morning.